This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Hope you all are doing very, very well. Well, you know, we're going to be talking about a lot about trust this week. And it really is kind of amazing when you really think about it, that how much mistrust there should be. And, you know, when we talk about trust, you know, we talk in having trust in board game reviewers. Are they influenced by the people that give things? I really feel that, you know, and this was a discussion that was brought up between me and a colleague, that we were talking about paid reviews. And there's nothing wrong with it, as long as because there's a lot of people that get paid to do reviews. And you should pay them. But can you put your trust in them? Can you put the trust in the ones that don't tell you that they are getting paid or they are getting something up front? Now, I never felt that getting a game up front really influences things. Now, there's a couple things that can go wrong on the reviewer side, and I have to take their side. Okay, they start and they establish a relationship with a company. Okay, and they start getting games in because it is expensive. Just like for you guys out there, don't ever think that I am discounting the fact that you guys put your hard money into it. Okay, you guys are the ones that go out there and keep these companies alive because you put your Kickstarter money. You have faith and trust. A big word that we're talking about today: trust. You're going to see another video. Can you trust a certain company? All right, but that's later on. But it's you that support a lot of these corporations, and I think you get pushed aside a bit. You really do. You get considered. Everybody thinks you're basically stupid, and for me, I think it's insulting in a way. It really is. Because they just figure, hey, I'm popular enough, I got enough people that follow me, I feel this way, that no matter what I say, they're going to go out and they're going to spend their hard-earned dollar. Okay? And in order to keep their relationships with certain corporations, they are going to say whatever it takes to keep that relationship. And it's a tough thing, and like I was about to say, I kind of feel for them, and I can see it from their side, because I've experienced certain situations where I've actually lost people or corporations because I didn't believe in something. There was a game or two from Compass Games. I refused to make a video on it because I didn't like the game. And for me to sit here and go, hey, I want to keep this relationship going. Can you please, support this game? This is a good game, even though I don't like it. That's basically what you're doing. You're lying to people. And do you have enough faith to put your trust in a majority of these people? You can even say the same thing for me. Do I have enough trust to put my faith into Rob? Okay? Because, hey, a certain company will send a certain amount of games. He has a relationship with certain companies. Why not I just come out and say it? Flying Pig Games. I have a fantastic relationship with them. Fantastic relationship with them. And does it kind of bend my bias towards them? No. The reason I found them and the reason I became so intrigued with them is I went to a convention And oh God, it was Recon. It was Recon here in Orlando, Florida. They weren't there, but somebody was selling a Kickstarter version of Old School Tactical, and I picked it up because I said, "Wow, this is huge. It looks cool. I like the big counters." The guy let me look inside it, and I was just, ugh. And I brought it home and I played it, and we did a video on it. And Mark Walker contacted me. "Hey, thanks for doing the video. I really appreciate it. That was very nice of you." I go, "Well, this is a great game." And from that point on, we became friends. We met each other at Origins. Anytime they come out with anything, they send it right here. Now, you would think, well, gee, Rob, that's going to affect how you look at a game. Not so fast. Not so fast. Because they sent a whole bunch of those bag games. Some of them I really liked. The Herman Luttman ones, the sci-fi ones, and a few of them, you've seen the reviews. And a lot of them, you never saw the reviews. Because it just didn't hit me right. And I wouldn't do that to Mark. But if somebody asked me, "Did you like X game?" I'd be honest and say no. I didn't care for that. But everything that you see on this channel, I like. And I want to bring it to you and bring it to your attention so you can make smart decisions. If you agree with my taste. Because my tastes aren't the same as everybody's. But I don't accept money for reviews. And I don't think that's a bad thing, because I think a lot of these channels that do it are trying to survive, meaning they're trying to feed their families. And I think they can give you, there are some really, really good channels that give you honest to goodness, true to the heart reviews. Okay? Even though they are being paid to review a game. Their viewership is big enough that they can go, "Ugh, you know something? It's okay. I didn't care for this as much. But I wanted you to know that I was paid for this." Or if they really like something, they come up front and tell you, "Hey, I got paid to do this video. And I really like this game. And I think you should go check it out." Or, "Hey," I've seen people do it. "Hey, I got paid to do this video. It's not for me, but it might be for you. Here's what it does. And here's what I didn't care, but here's some of the positive things for it." This can be done correctly. And there are people out there that do it correctly. But do you really trust a guy that doesn't let you know that he's being paid? Or that he gets free games? Can you really trust his opinion? Or is he trying to really just whatever he can to keep the flow of games coming in? Because he doesn't want to pay for them. Hey, I'm a reviewer and I need stuff to review. And if I say something bad about this, guess what? People are not going to send this stuff to me. I think honesty is better. And I think companies would respect you if you say, "Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. This wasn't for me. Do you still want me to make this video?" And that's one of the reasons why I don't accept money is, number one, I can't give you a quality video. I'm not good enough to do that. I'm an old guy using technology that's beyond anything that I can do. All right, that's number one. Number two, if I'm getting paid, there's going to be an amount of guilt if I do not like that game. Number three, okay, and I've been asked, and I can give you companies that say, "Hey, what's your fee?" There's no fee. Just send me a game and I'll review it. Okay? I'll be more than happy to take a look at it. Okay? And I feel strongly enough that I can find the good in a lot of things, but if there's something really, really bad, I won't review it. I won't put it out there for you guys. But if you guys asked, now I can see the other side of it. Well, Rob, we want to know what's not good, so we can stay away from it. And I feel sometimes that I should maybe do that, but I also feel that ganging up on a game when it's just my opinion, which doesn't mean jack. It doesn't. I've said this before, and I will say it 1,000 times. There are only a few people that I really feel that their opinions really kind of matter. Okay? And they are onto a whole different YouTube level than I will ever dream of being. And they've done this for 15 to 20 years, and they deserve everything they have. Sure, I'm talking about Tom Vassell. Sure. He's a guy that you kind of go, well, you know something? There's been games that he did not like that I liked. Escape the Dark Castle. I love that game. But could I see why he didn't like it? It wasn't his type of thing. He wasn't around when I was around in the 70s and remember all that black and white, different type of art and things like that. It had a very old school feel, and it brought back a lot of things for me. And I just liked the game because I thought it was fun. For me. Doesn't mean I gotta agree with everybody, but I respect him enough that if he says something's really good, I kind of want to take a look at it. There's certain, people in general. I look at Liz over at Beyond Solitaire. The things that she does. And her and I had a very interesting conversation, and we talked about different things because I don't have Facebook, but there was a total train wreck going on Facebook, and she brought it up to me, and I gave her my thoughts on it, and she gave me hers. And we were talking about trust, and that's where this video kind of came from. And she made a fantastic point here, and I want to read it to you. Because I had said, we were talking about trust. Yeah, and some people will never trust you, and it is what it is. That is their choice. But then ones who do choose to give trust, you owe them. You ask them to watch and support you, and it's part of your covenant with them that you will be upfront. Liz she's a superstar, okay? Because she gets it. That right there, it's part of your mission statement to say, hey, if you trust in me, I'm going to give you everything back. You trust enough to hit that subscribe button. I want to give you everything back I can. Even now with everything I'm going through, okay? You put your trust in me to keep giving you content to help you through. I, in turn, hope that you are watching to give me the strength to keep going forward. It's a two-way tier. It's the trust that we have in each other. Do you feel everybody out there gives you that trust? And that's the scary part. It comes down to about trust. And snake oil salesmen. But there's so much good out there. I want to really make sure that you understand that there are people like Liz out there that count on your trust in them because it helps them create. There are really, really great people out there that tell you up front. One of Liz's closest friends, the One Stop Co-op Shop, before every single review and thing we were paid for, this is a paid response. We were given a free copy, but they let you know up front. So you can make a discretion whether you can put your trust in them, in what they say, and I'll tell you, they're very trustworthy people. They're good people. There's a lot of people like that. The Ricky Royal. I mean, how many times I gotta say Ricky Royal on a thing? I think every time I say Ricky Royal, I should put a nickel into a jar, and I guarantee you, at the end of the year, I'd probably have a couple hundred bucks, easy, easy. There's great people out there. There's a lot of slimy people out there. There's a lot of slimy people that try to do things by building trust with you, and then when you get tired of their act a little bit, it goes into shock media, okay? Just like shock jock radio, the old days, when radio meant something, okay? People made a living out of shock jock stuff because people love drama. And they take that trust that you put in them, and they'll put up a headline, well, this company sucks and you should never kickstart or anything, for shock, because maybe they don't support them the way they think. Well, I'm not getting anything from this company. Watch me do this. Watch me be a renegade. Watch me be the bad boy of board gaming. Like that's a thing. That's what they do with your trust. That's what they do with your patron money. They create videos to get more of an inflow. Then it comes down to this. Do you feel confident in the money that you take and you apply to patron when you can be, maybe paying for some groceries, taking care of an electric bill, buying new shoes for your kids, the things that you sacrifice in life, okay, to help them keep bringing you content, like paying cable in a lot of ways. There's a lot of people nowadays don't watch TV anymore. They either stream some kind of service, or they're putting their money into somebody's patron, because they get enjoyment for something. Okay? But the minute you give somebody $1, you would expect, and I'll be honest with you, the minute you get some money as a YouTuber, that's people putting their trust in you. One, to bring good, solid, and truthful comments and content. Do they have, the sense, or does it go to their heads? And I've seen a lot, and I've watched a lot, and I've heard stories from people about people going to conventions and laughing about the money that they get. Oh yeah, all I got to do is do this. And then there's been a lot of content creators, and it discussed other ones that are really trying very, very hard. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of good, honest people. But trust. It really comes down to trust. Do you have the faith to trust in people? Do you have the faith that the person that you are putting everything that you have into them is giving you everything back? And it really comes down to that very simple word, trust. And I've thought a lot about it, and it's something that's been very important to me, is having your trust. And listening, and discussing things with other colleagues, who will also remain nameless, about trust. And that's why I made this video, because I wanted to talk about trust. And I wanted to make and open your eyes that maybe some of the people that you may be supporting, do they deserve your trust? And are they giving you honest content? Are they upfront? Are they telling you things that matter? Now, again, I never consider, and I want to bring this last point up, is that getting a free copy of a game, I never consider it really as payment. Payment is paying somebody to do something. Getting a free copy of something to review is more or less going, okay, you know something? I have a certain amount of reach. I've earned it over the years. I've worked on it. And I got this. And if this is something really special or something I'm very interested in, people need to know about it. And if I could spread the word, so maybe this you know, the second coming of David Thompson or Richard Launius or someone like that is creating something that my head's spinning. Who's the next Shadowborn Games? Who's making another Oathsworn? Who's making another, you know, Battle Stations like Jeff Sidek? I hope I didn't butcher that too much. But all these brilliant games. You have to get the word out. How many of you have seen a game on this channel and go, wow, how did that go under my radar? Well, if they don't get their games out to people, and people don't take and review them and look at them, how are they going to get the message out? Sending a game isn't very expensive when the cost is so low. Because there's a huge markup in between there, folks. Massive markup. And, you know, getting a game to a reviewer that can possibly help increase your sales or notoriety or make it very visible. You want your game seen by the Dice Tower. You want your rules explained by Gaming Rules and Watch It Played. You want people playing your game. Almost solitaire. I mean, beyond solitaire. Sorry, Liz. Ricky Royals. One Stop Co-op Shop. You want them. You want them getting that game out there for you. Okay? Because that's going to relate. The one game that you send might turn into 50, 60 games. 70 games. If you send 10 games out, it might be 100 games. It makes a difference. It really does. And YouTubers have a huge responsibility to themselves and to you, the viewer. Because if you all banded together, you can turn on somebody in a dime and just say, you know something, we're not going to watch this guy anymore. We're tired of the baloney. We're tired of the shock value videos, the clickbait, the goofy faces. We want good content. And there are people out there that aren't getting noticed that make great content and deserve your trust. And you need to go and really take a look. Watch this video and go, the people that I watch, are they really trustworthy? Am I putting my money in the right spots? Am I doing the right things? Hey, even question me. Even take a second look at me. Is this guy doing everything I need him to do? Maybe not. Maybe not. But that's okay. But you should take a look and question everything. Make sure you got the right people. Make sure they're bringing you the right information. And they're not giving you a snow job, a snake oil salesman treatment. Trust. It's a massive thing. It's a massive responsibility for a YouTube reviewer. And it is a massive responsibility to maintain, to give to you by building trust, being trustworthy, and being upfront and honest. Honesty and trust. Two of the biggest things that people should rely on more than clickbait and goofy faces. Until next time. It's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.